The handlers of the president should know that that's one thing I come out. They look like rascals. Be on my Jubilee House. And you feel they are no problem. Young White House ever Shatawale Monko. I was Shatawale Kwanani best no. Wait Messi anymore.
To meet the president on this video, what will you tell him?
I'll tell him I'm ashamed of him.
Abusia for Ghana TV na mohe mo bibia akwa ba. She say they trendy abrantia a friend Robert Remake Williams dodo na friend Meek Mill oba Ghana be performing nyina o visit Jubilee House onena na do danko akofo ado kutwa picture ensem bebre na ebaaye abra oba Ghana nchiremu kirese na do danko akofo ado his excellency ne ba baako jankroma na eboaye ema otimi ekọ Jubilee House na eno na etwagu no ohwe Meek Mill no one na do danko akofo ado ne ba ene gina ho no enti omutimi kọ Jubilee House no mkọ Jubilee House no picture bi eba out na papa bi gina nchen gina na do danko akofo ado enchen odin sa atu no kom na eno so ebe talk of the town say adentina papa no timide ni sato na nado ekwamu sa eno so be talk of the town abrantie Meek Mill utimi se na no ji moto twie hu pa nti hu se o twi moto e wo street of Accra chese abayo afefefe bi tinachi amanfo no so amanfo be kan ho asema se sisi oba Ghana na obenya abayo bi chese eno so amanfo kan ho asema ebi mu chese woni ne ba ni ade eno so anche and during the route Ghana obi ekowia ne phone I think say na oko performing crowd no na gidigidi obi wia ne phone na Ghana police etimi retrieve phone no ema no anase nipa no de phone no call back nipa no na da so no a chese amanfo so ka ho asema say abrantie phone yira ya Ghana police etimi akọ timi recover phone no anase retrieve phone no ama Meek Mill ama ono kra be comment say is either say or the to be no wan hu ana say onim say nipa no pickpocket na ana say sen eno or the be oba be react ye enti eno so edidi mu abrantie koya ye hu say watcha music video video no Jubilee House na chese odi atwa video no ebi mu kire say baabi a otwitwa videos no na ni kwan say ya ala ono ma otwa sa video no de koye ni music clip bi mu so chese wodi promote Ghana mo bo na chi mu so chese nsem bi o kan o video no mu no na nsem fata kra se nko yusu Jubilee House impo se na o ho kwan se so twa video no mpo a cause video no mu kra ne nsem no last hour ho no no o kan nsem bi so na o shia abayo no trans na one ne dai ne ade eno no amanfo kra itimi pese connect na nado danko akofo ado ne ba no na me so mesi no da bi so oba ye hu se abayo bi ti na chi nti bi asa abayo ano no o kan na asesen eno na no so abe talk of the town nti video no owura okujetu abrakwa ekra atro say debi how can lyrics a video imu betimi a connect to Jubilee House I didn't know so use Jubilee House no can send be o video no na video no Meek Mill post video no on Instagram no what delete video no na screenshots ba out normal or throw ase or the video no to no throw say not industry powered, we make the narrative. Ghana, I felt like a king there. All real footage, power rap at Friday at the presidential villa. I think say be obeso ka say presidential villa na bibisa, I don't know. Enti eno obetro no ase ene ebi mu like ebi mu so ene ebi mu di nyatempa ene wo delete video no. Na sansem we owura Omanhene Dr Santi aka ho asem wa react kakra ye be koni akwa akotie na Dr Bonaa oye security analyst onso aka ho asem a wo chese shameful or shame of the president waka ho asem a no so ye be kwa akotie nti enikan ni enkotie opanyi Omanhene Dr Santi oye adwuma multimedia ono so ne nsem a chese ne bofu pa enkotie mra ye be to aso
catch the president handlers they say Jubilee House. And then baby you create videos then conform your address is say rascals. Because me call Jubilee House that's your catch them be sleepers me fan call me fa Jensen kwa. So 3x4 for abro for be no bene na mo the Jubilee House that could track video Google abonte no. Ko me catch raw. Wo na wa be make catch raw. Me catch you're careful. Me catch you say sanity dia. And they young can go South Africa. Sa ko de ne e bi mu ne e Shatawale ne afia mu ina sorry. Omunko Jubilee House nkutu music video. The handlers of the president should know that that's one thing I come out. Never be to JJ Musao. If it's an official visit, Obetimako Jubilee House neatly dressed. They look like rascals. Be Omakon Jubilee House. And you fear they are no problem. Say you fear, and you wow fear. And no can we a president man paying to any easy sir. But now confuse catch them and say, yeah, Obetimako White House rock to be Akucha. Yabakwa Kucha. How many Ghanaians got access to the president like foreigners on Bab? How many Ghanaians? Ghana afford to do a say jump to 4 Papa Ghana. I must send easy access like that. Please, Mama, you're careful because you are to be JJ Mu. I have a special prosecutor. Wakasa sa DC or go to your task. Now we do DHD. I will be trying to enjoy from what say this administration is not ready to fight corruption. Then get out of that place. Get out of the place. We are tired of everyday repetition of same old thing. Now we are still the same. Now people are enjoying. Now more catchers will be ready to fight corruption. Now that's what you are doing. DC could bribe thousands that's in front of DHD, wasting everybody's time. You see, people from 2023. Yes, I and your mother than I 2022. I put the 31st watch night as Empire. Those things don't change the country. It doesn't change the country. Drivers are still parking anyhow on the road. Drivers. Journalists are still lying, blackmailing. Public and civil servants, no time may be pen on Juma. And ministers still think that and this reshuffle is coming before the president travels to London January or so, 14th. Reshuffle obeye. We have to be serious as a country. It's not just the figures changing 22 now 23. Still, if you look at the faces of young guys in this country and women, frustration, desperation, there is no hope for the Ghanaian youth. Now to now mama 3x4 guys with Baby Jejna. Yeah, sovereign place, no. Able to music videos out. Now Kofi Ampedu catch them say, young White House over Shatawale Monko. Now Shatawale Kwana yeah best, no. Obet Messi anymore. We should be serious and be proud as a sovereign country. Let's start solving the issues that we need to solve. Yeah, to tune your JJ too much, especially the handlers of the president. Mine, easygoing presidency. BBR we throw at it and we take it like that.
Easy for some people, not.
It's very sad. And this year, there will be trust, will be African Semi, we are special prosecutor. We are not ready to this country or this government is not ready to fire empty people in this country. If you can't fill that seat and do what is expected of you, get out of the seat. If you're any man of integrity, we don't have people who can say no to this situation. And we allow politicians, both sides, NDC and PP. Detroit can say to the war into Kwabesi and the stakes are high. What stakes are high? The stakes are high. Please. Our universities, just the traditional universities, and Kwada peer-free Ghana universities, 4 traditional universities, private ones, we are now becoming an endangered species. We are not thinking like we are a serious country. Why? Ghana Police Service. Baby, a bomb sound where say criminals and from age of 18 to 40. This is the age bracket on which we are Ghana. Why? And can't you see you don't understand. Why? Yes, one age and official panel. I feel quite aggressive. With this my a happy new year, glorious super new year. I feel they sit down. We sit down with Poso.
Yeah, person.
Why? Yes, you have not set your priorities right. Your foundation is not right. Every blessed Ghanaian be a prayer. John Sokran Sebi, Obeson Bema Majuson, Officer Priya, the man Bema Precope, na just tata. What to be that? We do what is wrong. We know, said ye, and yet, near Sabani Abe Pacho. Near say the same thing I am. And yes, sir, in fear. Yes, sir, in 1992, sir, 2023. We are still doing it, and we think that Ghana will develop. Pain here is that, and all our young guys, majority of them, they are turning into fraudsters. A man who are turning into prostitutes. The country is not safe. You don't need any prophecy or a man of God to tell you that we are deteriorating. How? Mrantia wo kokronim nyina ya chachafo. Wo nyina ya fraudsters. Mrantia ni nyina.
Anya ni sa woni.
Maba woni nyina dodo na ya tutufo. Why? Do we build the country with this kind of attitude? Where is the hope? Where is the hope? Where? Where is the hope? And now back to Sukua. Suku no Kobi Keke because it's a norm. Yes, or Koko Yekra no Mansu. Empowering Ghanaian people to set up industries, companies, and whatever. I have problem. Mua Monsu Sikanosa, Monsu Adufudi Pe. Mam warning na say.
No, I say Pebium.
Sa Pebium account. Na ya Kosioko. Ya sa ko di lie. O se me MPP ni me NDC ni me CPP ni etwa woni, ni etwa unsa, ni ebo wasum na ko da hospital. You are mentally sick. 2023, get off that mentality. Who public service? Why you more 40 years as I say Jimmy to be. What can you pray to? Very painful. You expect that Ghana will be void of corruption? What's this?
What's this?
What's this? And the promotion even at public and civil service. No. I've done it parties, I've done it near some, I've done it to whom you know. Society. You are due for promotion, but what that? Uncle.
This all the eba.
What? What is this?
So
don't see me and greet me Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's all bogus. And you're just slogans I follow. Nothing has changed. What is happy about the new year? With this foolish attitude that we are all in. What is happy about the new year? You tell me what is happy about this new year? God has given us life. That same 2023, no, other countries are developing. Interest rates are coming down. Inflation coming down. The youth and the people are living good, reasonably.
And so they
not does too much.
Ano ne yakwa akoti aba no yenkwa ne nkoti Dr Adam Bonaa a woye security analyst wo chese nkoye kura antwaye se president be allow na se nipa o ho anan se fata se o stop yo mo ana se o yema no ma tutoye no wanye ne ye no se nipa no ese yi na di nipa no wanya ade kura yenkwa ne nkoti Dr Adam Bonaa emra.
Dr. Bonaa, but when video now, the music video are trending on social media. Meek Mill, me but when?
Yes, me.
But is it real? Is that at the presidency?
It looks real. It looks real. Yes. Even if it doesn't look real, these people were the almost called Jubilee House. Share president and some people at the Jubilee House. And so they have images of themselves at the Jubilee House. And so it will be difficult. So be back and say they're real.
Okay.
Even if they used still images, they were there, and the images they took, the images they are real. And so even if it is a superimposition, it's still real because they were there themselves in reality. It's real.
Okay, me bacho again Bema presidency I permit a musician say on your music video there.
Well, the Bema presidency, Bema an entertainer to do such a thing would be sabi or more eso or more share no more bo or mine no more by no more share any more majuma. So much more juma the open baby say highly protected. Number one, Jubilee House, Akosombo Dam, Bank of Ghana, Bebia is the Jubilee House, because that is the seat of the number one most important person in this country, Bebia, or SA, and guess what? That Bebia, that is the seat of the most important person in this country, Bebia, or you can say you're protected. It is the reason why that place is a highly secured place. It's supposed to be protected. You can't just walk into. I've gone into Jubilee House severally. You can't just walk into Jubilee House. Just look at how the place is fortified. Just around it, you can't actually even drive around the Jubilee House. You can't. But even driving behind the Jubilee House, you must have a permit to. You should know what you are going to do before you can go around the Jubilee House. But you can't just drive around it. Then you're possible.
But okay, me too.
So for me, I am not too sure whether the Jubilee House has been changed. They are turning it into an entertainment studio. Because the first time when these guys shabbily dressed, some of them in fact ex-convicts, shabbily dressed anyhow in the Jubilee House. I said we have a security platform. I shared it there and we discussed it. Because now I said, how don't we have the protocols that these guys are supposed to go through? About saying, and but we ain't any release from Jubilee House. Then bam, we have a music video. I mean, if return to whatever, is this what that means? Is that what that means? I mean, it's a shame.
Is it possible, sir, musician be better me a music video where at the blind side of the security about the Jubilee House?
You can't do that. Me assure you, you are a senior journalist. You should know. So what me definitely would have been to Jubilee House.
I've been there several times.
Yes, you should. You should know.
Possibly, maybe.
You should know. You can't. You can't do that. You can't even do that at the car park.
Obviously, say Obina Mahokwain.
You can't. You if you've been to Jubilee House severally, they are military officers. They are staffers everywhere. You can't just actually go and begin to take videos at the Jubilee House. I mean, no, you can't do that. This is the Jubilee House. Where is Jubilee House? You are talking about Jubilee House.
Yeah, but the ex-convicts we now will raise here, no. But of what benefit? And Ghana Benya say we allow a musician so into music video. What would be our benefit?
There is no benefit. There is no benefit apart from the a serious security breach, which anybody who wants to do proper analysis, if the person wants to attack Jubilee House, will take that music video and code it well and know this is where, this is here, that is here, that is here. There is no benefit. I have been to Jubilee House severally, but I can tell you that I don't know Jubilee House inside out. I only go to where I have to go to. If it's a meeting that officially the president has to be there, you go in there, they check you. You've gone to Jubilee House, maybe officially, unofficially. But even whichever way, if it's officially, unofficially, you are checked. So even that, they will put in a phone call. You have to go and take a check from one point. You can't just walk into Jubilee House. So there is no stated benefit. I'm waiting for one person from the national security to tell me that there is a stated benefit of this shambolic thing they have done, or anybody from the presidential security detail to tell me that this particular music video has any stated benefit to this country. Jubilee House, you know what happened, to Rwanda. It was an aircraft carrying a leader that dropped. And so Jubilee House is, even the location of Jubilee House, some of us have been complaining. To the extent that we allow these guys to come there and take both still and moving videos, and we watch them, and they've now packaged it for their own benefit, and then there is no stated benefit. It doesn't matter. There cannot be any financial benefit to us if anybody comes to Jubilee House to do this, because we know how much, you cannot put a figure on democracy. You cannot put a figure on our president. You cannot put a figure on our elections in this country. Just 2 days ago, the president spoke to Ghanaians, actually telling us how we should be appreciative of Ghana at 30. In terms of from 1990,
the Constitution,
93, to appreciate Ghana at 30. I actually voted at that particular referendum. I have lived through some of the worst dark days in this country. And so you see, you cannot actually play with your kind of saying, yeah, in democracy, baby, I get free from 1992, 93 up to now. Then you allow such racks, I call them racks, to come into Jubilee House and come and take still and moving videos. What happens to us if Jubilee House comes under attack? What happens to Ghana? I mean, this is not something we should. Have you seen anywhere in Nigeria, Asoro? You mentioned the ones in Africa, and ask yourself whether you've seen such a thing before. I mean, how different are we?
No, but
are we some jokers?
Dr. Bonaa, you consistently you refer to them rags, ex-convicts. Yeah,
no.
me too.
You see, these are. I'm not going to withdraw. What I'm telling you is that we owe it as a duty to state it the way it is. I am a Ghanaian. I'm a full-blooded Ghanaian. I have a Ghanaian passport. I was born in this country. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is, if me as a Ghanaian, I cannot walk into Jubilee House and go and do such a thing, and they allow such racks to come into that place to do such a thing, and they will stop some of us. You are a journalist. Suma Adom FM journalist, to go in front of Jubilee House with a camera this morning. Adom FM reporters, I'm sure majority of them will be full-blooded Ghanaians. Send them to go and take images. They will lock them up this morning. They will lock them up this morning. Caleb Kuda.
Yeah.
And what's the name? One of your colleague journalists. What did they do? Tell me, what did they do?
You're taking pictures at the security. Yeah.
What happened to Caleb Kuda? Are you telling me that these guys are you telling me they are more decent than Caleb Kuda? Any colleagues from call national security now? No. And so my point is that, you see, let's state it when it is a fact. It's not an insult. It is not an. Are you telling me that ex-convicts can move from Ghana here and then just end up at you can't say flat? What's the name? A White House, and do such a thing? Is that what you are telling me? No, it is not possible. It's simply impossible. Just that, you see, for us, we're chipping ourselves. We're chipping too low. And let's state it. For me, you see, when the thing, when it is A, you say it's A. When it is A, you say it is A. There's a reason why you say some people, you define them by who they are. It's very important. It's very important. So it is not me being circumspect. I know what I'm talking about, that, you see, we all owe it as a duty. The president said in his inaugural speech that we should be
citizens and not spectators. Yeah.
He said we should be citizens and not spectators. And in this morning, as you have called me, I am being a citizen and not a spectator, and I'm not angry, and I'm not being emotional. I'm only telling you that we only have your Ghana Bakupe and your Ghana Mjeni. Your Ghana Bakupe and your Ghana Mjeni. So if we watch for this Ghana to be swept off our feet this way, and we sit and we cannot talk about it, go and look into the Constitution. The Constitution empowers us to ensure that, we defend with our blood, our democracy. The 1992 Constitution. Supremacy, what do you call it? Sovereignty belongs to the people, resides in us.
So
sovereignty resides in us, but by the Constitution.
Well, So Dr. Bonaa, assuming maybe the president in your video, that is why officially your response be. But if you are to meet the president on this video, what will you tell him?
I'll tell him I'm ashamed of him.
You say?
I'll tell him I'm ashamed of him.
I'm
ashamed of him, and by extension, the people around him. Because as for the president, he's the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. The only thing is that he's not a security officer, he's not a security person. But you see, you are as good as the people who are protecting you. You are as good as the people who are protecting you. Because if the guys around him are so good, they would have someone realized, they say, this is the seat. I mean, the number one facility in this country, Enya Akosombo Dam, Enya Bank of Ghana, the number one facility in this country is Jubilee House. The number one person in this house is the President of the Republic. And by law, we are all supposed to protect them. So I will tell him in the phrase that I'm ashamed of him, one. And then two, by extension, he should get rid of his security details. He should sack them immediately.
Really?
As for him, yeah, of course. I mean, please.
Security details such as why more? You're calling for the head of the national security minister?
This has nothing to do with the national security. We have the presidential security. There are people around him. There are people around him. You see, even though national security is supposed to have a hand to play in this, we have the presidential security corps. They are there. We have the presidential security corps. Then, even if we want to include the national security, you can name all of them. They are all appointees of the president. President are appointed. So for me, what else have we not seen? Okay. This is what we have seen. Then we about that bedroom. I mean, this is too low.
Okay.
To the belt. Either you are fighting boxing and you decide to make it a kickboxing and you are using your legs. That is what is happening.
Dr. Bonaa, assuming without admitting, there is a release now from authorities. Well, we've all seen the video. It's regrettable, it's shameful. All the actions in there are regrettable, and we apologize to Ghanaians. Full stop. How would you take it?
You can't just apologize to Ghanaians. Somebody must lose his job. Some people must lose their jobs. You asked me a very important question. Is it possible, say, whether moving or still videos is presidential security and as a security details within Flagstaff House? Unfortunately, why are we capture the same? Because most senior journalists should have gone to Jubilee House in one way or the other. You would have something there to go in.
Yeah.
Good. So you know that you can even Jubilee House, Lankasa, from the car park to the reception, it is not unless you are going on a tour of Jubilee House. Tour of Jubilee House. You are going in. But if not, you go to the office you are going to. If it's a president, you have a meeting with it's a team, or you have a meeting with the president. You are taken to, you go through the protocols, you go and wait, and then they move you closer to where the meeting is going to be. When president is about coming, you go and sit and they say wait, and then the president will come. You all stand up when he comes, and then he walks in and he takes his seat. Is that not how it is done?
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Thank you. When you are done, I'm sure they will watch you out. You virtually just escort you out of Jubilee House. I'm sure you know.
Yeah, sure.
So it is not possible. So you saw, how they took the images, the moving images. You saw it, whether still or it means that they actually took a tour of Jubilee House and took images. And may I understand? Jubilee House is a heavily fortified place. You shouldn't, no one, me as a Ghanaian, anybody, it doesn't matter who you are. So if another president of another place, you should not be given access to do what these guys did.
Okay, so with what has happened, do you think, sir, the security at the Jubilee House can be compromised easily?
But you don't need a soothsayer to come and tell you this. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that this is a serious breach of security. First of all, these guys, even if you looked at how they met the president, how someone bent the rules for them, can you just dress anyhow? Hey, can you dress anyhow to the president of the republic? They did it, and it was allowed. Can you just dress anyhow? I don't want to use some words, but who make me address? They said the OPBR to the presidency, and these guys did it, and it was just allowed.
Do we have any idea those who led them to the president?
Well, I stand to be corrected. Usually, I don't want to speculate, but for this, I'm told. I'm sure maybe I'm told, even though I didn't check, that it is the president's daughter. I'm not sure whether I stand to be corrected. Apologies if that is wrong. But whatever it is, the president's daughter is the president's daughter. The president's daughter is not in charge of security of the seat of government. The president's daughter is not in charge of anything as far as some of us are concerned in the protection of the presidency and then the protection of the president. Because this you are talking about the protection of the president and the presidency, and for that matter, the integrity of Ghana at large. And so, as far as I'm concerned, a president wife from who, and a person will bend the rule now. You should let the president's wife know that, sorry, we will not be able to bend the rules. If you want us to bend the rules, kindly get somebody in higher authority to write to us that do A, B, C, D, S, Y, Z. But we don't want to be part of A, B, C, D. If it is another places, if another country, okay, if such a thing happens and a security detail tells whoever it is that we can't do it and the person is false, the person will resign the same day. Or they resign the same day, because it's not even to be near because as far as I'm concerned, this is how it looks like. Salifu Dagati took a bullet for Kwame Nkrumah. Salifu Dagati, Ametewi, actually fired trying to kill Kwame Nkrumah. Salifu Dagati took a bullet for Kwame Nkrumah at the castle and died instantly. Salifu Dagati took. This is how people have sacrificed their lives for the protection of our leaders and the protection of this country. So what we are seeing, and this is what I am saying, that you see, we seem to be joking with these things. And these are serious matters. You have a presidency that is overlooking a main road. It's not in an obscure place. And then you allow these things. What are you calling for? When you know that the Sahel is inhabited by, you kind of say, terrorists all over the place. Recently, didn't the president go to the U.S. to talk about the Wagner group from Russia? You think the Russians are happy? They are not happy. You think the Burkina Faso are happy? They are not happy. So this tells you that after the president's that statement, we should heighten our security in this country. Every stated security protocol, we should heighten it. So to allow this thing to happen, and now you see Jubilee House, jokingly or seriously on video, how much is it going to bring us? There's no stated benefits of this video, and these guys visiting the Jubilee House. I don't know how it has happened, and I am scandalized. I believe most Ghanaians would be, outraged. Would not be happy at all with regards to the Yehu. And I don't know. I mean, as usual, after a week, everything just dies down. But for me, this is something that the presidency, as for the presidency, the president, like I said, on your security officer, but there are people who are supposed to make sure this could have been stopped.
Right.
And to be in those people should be punished.
Yeah, Ojo. What's on this channel? Okay, any I'm checking my sound from. Kaish, a soon tap send party Jack. Mama, we are saying, can you? Hey, remember that?
Ofa, pacha mama friend.
You know what when you say?
Masoya yeshino nana.
Not there.
Se baby ameti ye to me. And I me ofa send miska. Didn't can what the see will be snowing pakura discount. You're the buy and so amico here. I won't send me bray. I feel crowd mubu some transaction or order.
Debbie. And catch your offer say on download do tap send. So download the tap sender or send this camera wire. I better to send mobile money and our bank account simple.
Tap send.
Yeah, tap send. Now okay, tap send there. We are see fana baby obia so what Europe and America Canada. So kura Android so kuta iPhone and once we download app na two phones so. In the process maybe say promo code aye now abo one Ghana asha e basa automatically no ye chow £5 and €5 and we are more Europe. So America na Canada ye chow $10 for free. O send this cancel yento we. Tap send there. No fee.
Hey, they just say okay yo. Tap send. Papa no.